Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. I'm going to do this update today and tell you something that you need to be doing more of. This one is more directed at my younger self and directed to all the younger lifters out there, the guys that are into lifting, into bulking up and building muscle. That's all a good thing. It's all good for you. Weightlifting is great. Building muscle is great. It increases your metabolism, bone density, and just makes you stronger and increases your energy level. However, the one thing that I would go back and tell my younger self is do more cardiovascular. Now, as most of you guys know, but we often seem to put to the back of our mind or just forget, is that the heart is also a muscle. The heart is also a muscle. And as you guys know, with any kind of bodybuilding or weightlifting, you're striving for balance. So you wouldn't want to just do your just curls and not do your legs, or just do chest and not do any other body part, although some of you guys do that. But the point I'm making is you want balance. And if you're going to do weightlifting, you want to train all of your muscles, right? You want balance and symmetry. Well, the heart is a muscle too. The heart's a muscle too. So why would you want to train all of your muscles and not train that one muscle to the same intensity that you train everything else? And the heart is the most important muscle you have, because without that muscle, nothing else will work. Okay, your circulation gets moved through your body. Your recovery gets increased when your heart rate goes up. So many things are connected to having a healthy heart. And, I'm not going to get into heart health and why it's important. That's another update. But I wanted to get into this update specifically to talk to you about the balance of, if you're building your body and you want to build muscle, you need to do cardiovascular too. The reason most lifters don't do cardiovascular is, again, it's because of this myth that doing cardiovascular will burn muscle. And I'll be honest with you, I thought that was the case too when I was a young lifter, because as a young lifter, we're always striving to build mass and build the body up strong and build the muscles out really big and bulk up. Most young lifters want to get bigger. Typically, most people, when you grab a barbell, most men anyway, in the weight room, I've never seen anyone tell me that they want their muscles to be smaller. Most people want to build their muscles up bigger. And there's been this myth that's circulated around weight rooms for as long as I can remember, that cardiovascular will shrink your muscles. And what I found over the years, again, of experimenting on myself and applying this, is that the opposite is true. The opposite is true. Moderate amount of cardiovascular exercise, if done correctly, will actually help speed the recovery of your muscles because of the increased blood flow. And it will also help grow your muscles because of the increased blood flow. Think about it. You get more of that life force running through your muscles after your workout. That would make for better recovery and help you with actually growing your muscles and becoming stronger. But for some reason over the years, it's cardiovascular was always thought that it would make your muscles smaller, and it won't make your muscles smaller. It will make you burn calories and burn fat if your nutrition is dialed in. If your nutrition is dialed in. So if you're eating like a bikini model, or you're eating like a little bird and you do cardiovascular, well, yeah, you probably will cut into a little bit of your muscle. But if you're eating like somebody who's working out, and you're eating the proper amount of protein, fat, carbohydrates, if you're eating enough carbohydrates, your body will burn fat and retain muscle. You will not burn down your muscle doing cardiovascular exercise. What happens is your body, for energy, your body will use amino acids for energy if your nutrition isn't sufficient. If your nutrition isn't sufficient. So it's not that it burns your muscle, it just burns the amino acids there, and the muscle can no longer sustain itself. So if you take a sprinter, for example, sprinters are usually pretty diesel. They have a lot of muscle and they're really cut. And then the distance runners, the guys that run long distances, usually are a little bit thinner. Their upper bodies are really thin. And that's because they run for long distances and they burn through all their stored glucose, burn through their fat, and then they're into burning their amino acids because they're running for 10, 12 miles at a time. That's not the kind of cardiovascular I'm talking about. That's a whole different training. I'm speaking of just training in your target heart rate for about 30 minutes at a moderate intensity, the intensity to where you can talk still, and doing that for about 30 minutes and keeping the heart rate at a steady rhythm at your target heart rate. That will help you to burn fat and retain muscle. Now, if you were going to go run 10 miles after you lifted weights, well, of course, you're gonna burn the amino acids down in your muscle, and yeah, you can't grow muscle if you're running 10 miles after every weightlifting session. But if you're doing 30 minutes, 35 minutes, even as much as 45 minutes to an hour in a steady state cardio, you'll just maintain definition. You'll just get a little definition. Again, as long as your diet, or nutrition rather, I don't like the word diet, nutrition is dialed in. So do more cardiovascular. You need it. You need a healthy heart. The heart is what will give you longevity and a good quality of life. Big muscles really, in terms of longevity, will do nothing for you. In terms of longevity, you need to have a healthy heart in order to have that longevity. Then you have the muscles to come along for the ride. But without a healthy heart, none of it matters. And with the healthy heart, you have a healthy circulatory system. Your heart works with the kidneys. That whole circulatory system works together, and you can keep a healthy body and live a long life. But you must do cardio. Start young, start early. Don't try to play catch up later on. Hope this has been informative. Have a nice day.